Hi everyone, this episode is about an eating option available in Mexico City known as Fondas. Fondas are traditional informal type kitchens that serve a 3-course Mexican traditional home-cooked dishes at very, very cheap prices. They're very filling and very popular among the locals. So we're going to check out 2 of my favorite fondas. And the first stop is Cocina Angie. Let's go. So the first course consists of a soup, and this soup is one of my favorite. My mum used to make it for me in Australia when I was a kid, for my brother and myself. It's sopa de pasta, so it's a chicken tomato based soup made with different shapes of pasta, and today it's small strings of spaghetti. My favorite is sopa de letras, which is the alphabet soup. So this is one of the most typical Mexican soups you have at home and at Fondas. So I'm going to try it. Oh, it's that classic flavor. Okay, so the second course would be rice or spaghetti. The rice is usually a tomato-based rice or a white rice with maybe corn and some vegetables, chopped carrots, peas. And the spaghetti would usually be a cream white-based spaghetti or a red tomato cream-based spaghetti. So I have to say that in Mexico, the spaghetti isn't cooked al dente. My mum used to make it like that. It's a cultural thing. So we're going to try the rice first. And as you can see, these meals are very carb heavy. If you're thinking about diets and things like that, forget about it. So I'm going to try the arroz with salsa verde. One of the things that I love about eating in Fondas is it reminds me of my mum. Growing up in Sydney, my mum used to make all of these things for us. And at the time, I didn't know that they were Mexican staples. So this is really delicious. This is why I love coming to Cocina Angie, because she has a really great hand with seasoning her dishes. So this rice is delicious. I'm going to try the spaghetti. It's really delicious, but it's a very simple seasoning. It's not like an Alfredo sauce with Parmesan cheese. It's just cream. First of all, it's like onion and garlic fried, and then the cream added with a little bit of milk to make it to thin out the sauce, and just seasoning, salt and pepper. But very simple, but very delicious. Guys, so when you eat at a fonda, 2 of the things that are unlimited really in any fonda, and these fondas are scattered all over Mexico City, 2 of the most important elements would be the tortillas, which are unlimited. So apart from all the carb-heavy dishes in every course, so you have the sopa de pasta, the spaghetti soup, the pasta soup, and then you have rice or spaghetti, and then you have your main course with tortillas. And sometimes you get a bolillo, which is a bread roll, but here they only have tortillas. So another important element of eating at a fonda is the flavored water. This one is agua de Jamaica, and it's made with the Jamaican flour. But really, any fruit can be made into flavored water. And one of the things that I really love about eating in a fonda is that because the menus change every day, you don't really know what you're going to get. And so it's always a surprise. Like, I'll walk by, and if there is a favorite dish that I love, that's going to be the thing that's going to convince me to eat at the fonda that day. So unlimited water, fruit flavored water, and unlimited tortillas for very cheap prices. Okay guys, so this is my favorite part of the meal, the main dishes. And I was lucky enough today to have on the menu tortas de carne en salsa verde. Why am I so excited about this? This dish my mum used to make for us back in Sydney, and I know I make a lot of reference to that, but really this is just comfort food for me. It's memories of my childhood, and it's not very common to get tortas de carne. I mean, it's not a dish that's made every single day, but I'm gonna try this one. My mum used to make it with red tomatoes because in Sydney, in Australia, the green tomatoes aren't available. So this one is tortas de carne. It's shredded meat made into a patty. It's put into a green tomato sauce with chilies. This one has nopales. This tomato sauce also has cilantro, the coriander. So I'm going to try it. I'm so excited because this is one of my favorite dishes to have in a fonda. Oh, this is delicious. This makes me so happy. Just reminds me of home. And it's so amazing how Mexican culture extends itself all over the world. And I'm gonna have a little bit with nopales, which is a cactus. It was delicious. I got a chicken schnitzel meal. Now I know you can get chicken schnitzel in any part of the world, but I had to get it because it's such a popular dish to have at a fonda. I think the kick with the chicken schnitzel is the salsa, and I'm gonna try it. Wow, that sauce is spectacular. I can tell that it's made with raw green tomatoes. It's like a guacamole green salsa, but made with raw green tomatoes. This is usually always served in this way with the cucumber, tomato, the avocado. You get your nice little salad, which is a lovely balance to so many carbs and a lot of protein. So I'm going to mix up the sauces. And this chicken schnitzel is nice and crunchy, which I love crispy things. So, I love it. Everyone, I'm at my second fonda, my second favorite fonda in Mexico City, and it's called Restaurante Picnik. I want to clarify, in the introduction I did say that they were kitchens, but in actuality they're small, very small restaurants. So this is the second one. And first of all, I do want to mention the fresh waters. It's part of like the surprise of dining at a fonda every day. The flavors change of the menu and the water. This one is made with pawpaw and lemon, and it's so refreshing. Right now it is winter, but it's kind of mid-afternoon, so it's getting to be a little bit hot, and I'm like really covered up because I'm actually a little bit ill. But this drink is so refreshing. Pawpaw and lime juice flavored water, so it's a great combination. With the soups, one of the classic soups that you have as a first course is the consomé de pollo, which is the chicken broth. I'm not a big soup person, but usually they have like creams and lentil soups or veggie soups. And today I'm going to try something I've actually never had, which is epazote cream. Epazote is a herb used a lot in Mexican cuisine. It's used a lot in dishes and even in cheeses to flavor a lot of the traditional meals. So this is crema de epazote. So I'm going to try it. This is really good. I'm surprised, guys. Remember I said that you get bread rolls? This Fonda does give you bread rolls, and it's a perfect complement to a cream. The sweetness of the corn kernels is great. This is actually a great combination. I think they might have added some sour cream and queso panela, which is one of the fresh cheeses available in Mexico. It's actually really quite good. Picked a couple of the dishes that I think are the yummiest today at Picnic Restaurant, and one of them is entomatado de cerdo. So what is an entomatado? It's basically a sauce made with green tomatoes and chile chipotle. This is the recipe they make here. That's how they make their sauce here. And usually in other spots, this is far more saucier. This one looks to me more like a jam, which I like. Because when you make yourself a little taco, when it has a lot more sauce, the sauce starts running out. And with this one, I don't think that's going to happen. So we're going to try the entomatado. And they actually add potatoes, which is something that I haven't seen in other entomatado recipes. So this isn't very, very strictly traditional. But it smells delicious and it looks delicious. This is fabulous. Well, I think this dish is spectacular. Why? The acidic green tomatoes plus the chile chipotle peppers, and it has a slight sweetness also in the sauce. And it's kind of like a jam. The tomatoes have really kind of broken down into a jammy consistency. So it's, this is spectacular. I loved it. And the potato, great touch as well. I'm going to add a little piece of potato. This is spectacular. So the second dish we ordered is enchiladas and mole. So this is more of a traditional mole. It's a brown color it's made with chilies and dried fruit and spices and cinnamon. It becomes this paste that is then mixed with chicken broth to give it this consistency, which is like a thicker paste, right? So enchiladas de mole are fried tortillas filled with shredded chicken, topped with the mole sauce, and also topped with sour cream, shredded grated cheese, and it can be cotija cheese or it can be queso fresco. It depends on every restaurant which cheese they prefer to use, and with onion slices. So you can see the onion here. And it's a great combination. So we're going to try the mole. Every place has a different mole. Some make theirs from scratch, others buy the mole paste. But this smells great. Well, 1 second. Because I didn't get any onion or sour cream. And for me, that's part of like the perfect bite of having enchiladas and mole. Getting the cheese, the sour cream, the onion, and the part of the enchilada, the tortilla and the cheese, the chicken. The perfect bite. It's the perfect bite. This mole is great. It's spicy but not overpowering. It's sweet. It has a slight chocolate flavor because many moles do have chocolate added into the paste. I think this mole is spectacular. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. When you're in Mexico City and you see a Fonda, drop by and try some of the delicious home-cooked Mexican meals and have a different experience, a different gastronomical experience here in Mexico City. So till next time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, and ding the bell for notifications. Till next time, Chinita out.